Welcome back to the channel. Out at Mirror Image Auto Body today. Gonna get started on old Cookie Monster here. Got the cab and doors over last night. Steven's got a dustless blaster, and we're gonna freaking blast this truck down to bare metal and survey how rough this cab actually is, because every time I start working on it, I find little treasures all over the whole thing, like this. Pull the trim off, and then, well, there's quite a bit of filler material there. So, wonder what's under that. The cab corners are full of body filler. And this side, we actually found, we found a little hole. So I just made up like a little cradle thing right now. We're gonna roll it over to his dustless blast area. That's it right there. Just checking everything, making sure we're ready to go, and we'll just get to work. Big thing, is it going to roll on these rocks, because those casters aren't very big. Kinda. I gotta put the camera down. Before we start blasting, you want to tell the people what this process is all about? This is the media, right?
Yeah, it's just crushed glass mixed with water and rust prohibitor. So as you
So
as you blast, the water keeps the dust down and the temperature down, so you don't warp the panels, and the rust prohibitor prevents it from rusting, you know, after it's blasted.
Right. I mean, it's a good idea to, like, you want to try to get it in primer like within a couple of days, right?
They say 72 hours, but I have a truck over here that's been in bare metal for 6 months after we blasted it.
It hasn't been outside though, right?
No.
Right.
Yeah. So if it's inside, you have plenty of time. If it's outside, you get 72 hours.
72 hours. Probably going to be on the 6-month timeline with Cookie Monster. Sweet deal. I'm going to move the dually, because even though it's dustless blasting, it still does make a bit of a mess. But I'm so excited to get this freaking paint job started, man. It's going to be a long process, probably be a couple of months, because once we make some progress, we're going to let it sit and everything cure and everything. So we're going to take our time with this one. We're not going to try to knock it out like we did the dually, because we could run into some issues and stuff. So we want to just make sure that, you know, when we're ready for the next step, everything's cured and ready to go. I ended up taking over because Steven's got a business to run, but check this out. It's some of that rust inhibiting spray. This is mixed in also to the big tank, so the water that's coming out has that stuff already mixed in. But once you get done with the panel, you rinse her down, you should be good to go for a while. That took a little over 30 minutes to do that side. So I mean, it's not like a super fast process, but compare that to doing this all by hand. I mean, it's like night and day. Well, dadgum, dude. Did not expect that. That's like probably the worst thing we found, other than this cab corner. We'll do a walk around in a minute, but dadgum, I just blew that out, and I was like, uh-oh. Oh, this stuff is a mess. we have blasted as much as we can today. We were both thinking it was gonna take 3 or 4 hours. It ended up taking, well, it took all day, and we're not done yet. That paint was on there, dude. So this truck was painted, we think back in the late 80s, early 90s. It was single stage that was on there with what, like a polyester primer, you said? Like a high build polyester primer. That junk was on, especially on the roof. And the floor is what took the most time. We had a lot of that boom mat, which actually I'm gonna finish taking this off tomorrow. I thought I was gonna leave that on, but we got water behind there now. It's a big mess. Anywho's, I found some little surprises here. Look at that repair. They just put Duraglass over a not fully welded patch and did some really nice Bondo work. Also blew through the back of the cab. There was a hole there from something. Not really sure what that is. And then, you know, there's a whole bunch of holes here too. I'm not sure what they had going on. And right where that that trim piece was, it had the bubbling. It had some old school. Trying to pull some dents out and quitting that. But anyway, got to turn it in for the day. Tired. That's a lot of work, man. Gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna flip the cab on its back, blast the bottom, and then finish getting it prepped. Look at that. And what's weird is, even though this is like all crazy, this side's not too bad. There's a couple little pinholes. But yeah. Anyway, catch y'all in the morning. Getting her knocked out. Came over here this morning. Steven helped me tip the cab over, which we just, you know, and that's how it sits. Did the bottom in like no time at all. But we got some bad news, boys and girls. We got Swiss cheese on the old floor of the Cookie Monster here. We knew the inner rockers were trashed, so now that we see that, it's like, you know what? Might as well. Famous last words, might as well just dive in and take the whole floor out. Also, everybody wants a cool truck or a hot rod, but nobody wants to put in the work, man. You see me? I'm like disgusting today. I did wear pants though. Yesterday I had well, I had pants on yesterday. I had shorts on yesterday. I did put pants on with some boots because this is not pleasant. I'm actually, oh man. I'm actually literally standing in here where the back glass would be and blasting the back of this cab. You see there's all that, you know, tar still hanging on from the boom mat. Decided to take that all off. So once I get that done, we're gonna flip this back over, get her back inside and survey the damage. It's also Steven's neighbor's getting a little upset because he's got all these cars over here. See that? Can you zoom in on a front face? Yeah, they're a little dusty. Sorry, man. We're almost done, I promise. Ooh, well, Steven's shutting her down over there. We're gonna flip this sucker back over. I wanted to show you guys, it's pretty easy to do, but since we're replacing the cap corners, we don't really care if we goof them up a little bit, but if you wanted to, you could make this a little longer. I would probably even make like a, you know, connect these, because this isn't, it's stable, but you know, don't do as I say, not as I do. Let's just say that. But we'll you could extend it past that so you're not really resting on the cab corners when you flip it over, but it didn't really look like it did much anyway. So you ready to flip it? I'm gonna go ahead and keep hosing it down, because that stuff's just everywhere.
Yeah, go for it.
Looks good though, other than the Swiss cheese.
You need to refill that bottle.
Yeah, I got it. I saw where that thing was. like deja vu.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get on AMD's website and start ordering some parts. I guess that's the end of the video. End of the week, end of the video, right? Till next time. That's right. All right, guys and gals, as always, I appreciate y'all hanging around and watching this one. This is going to be a very, very involved and long process getting the paint on this truck. It's not going to be, you know, just a quick get some paint on and all that fun stuff. It's going to be a really nice paint job. So again, don't expect this to be done in like 2 weeks, like somehow the dually was. He had a lot of sleepless nights in the 200 hours they put in that one. 250 hours. 250 hours. Yeah, so we'll probably have the same amount of time in this one, but we're going to spread that out over months. Yeah. Anyway, guys and girls, as always, I appreciate y'all hanging around and watching this one. We'll see you in the next video.